Members of the Democratic Alliance have today submitted a memorandum of demands to the Treasury calling on the Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana, to do good on the proposed proposals that they put forward around the issues of valued-added tax. They want the cost of food prices to be taken into consideration. This is when the Finance Minister tables his mid-term budget policy statement next week. I'm going to bring into the conversation now the Democratic Alliance Member of Parliament, Dion George, who just let us in on that submission of the memorandum of demands. We know very well that you've taken issue with a lot of things that have been happening in the country where the economy is concerned, and taken issue as well where the value-added tax is concerned, and you want the Finance Minister to do good on the proposals that you've submitted as a Democratic Alliance, and we saw you as well submitting a memorandum of demands. Just let us in on really what pertains or what is contained in that memorandum of demands.
We made several demands, all related to the cost of living, because we know there's a crisis on now. Inflation is rising and people are battling to put food on the table. So we have made some solid, concrete proposals that can be implemented in the short run. Specifically, we have expanded the baskets of goods for zero rating for VAT, specifically chicken, beef, tinned beans, tea, coffee, baby food, margarine and wheat flour, because these are staple foods that are very important to help for nutrition in South Africa. 81% of households are now saying they're having less food every day on the table. So we have a real problem on our hands. We're also proposing to the Minister that that 50 million rand that they want to give to Cuba, they should rather keep in South Africa to help feed hungry South Africans at home. Also, we believe that we need to cut import duties on pasta and various chicken categories, because that will also make it less expensive. Also, the fuel price, that's driving inflation also, because if transportation is cheaper, then people will have more affordable food. And then also, we must give title to people who are living on communal land. They can use that to grow food and become more productive. Those are our demands. Next week, the Minister will be tabling the medium-term budget policy statement, and we expect him to be saying something about that. Also, we believe you can cut VAT on these items, and you can also make available a conditional basic income grant of 585 Rand a month. So it is possible. South Africa is not a poor country. We have enough money to do it. Government must just stop wasting and stop its corruption.
Mr. Dion George, thank you very much for your time, sir. Mr. Dion George coming through there from the Democratic Alliance in terms of what they are calling for. I'm going to ask my colleague Mashudu to just show you what is happening behind us in terms of those that have gathered here. They have placards. They have placards saying that Rebolaya ke tax, izingane zethu zibulawa indlala. That's what they are saying here. They've gathered to braving the sun, the scorching heat of Tshwane, to try by all means to submit that memorandum of demands. You can imagine that most of them are just looking to the Democratic Alliance where the proposals or those proposals are concerned, hoping indeed that this is something that the Member of Parliament and the Treasury and the Finance Minister will take into consideration when he tables that medium-term budget policy statement next week. Katlego Legodi, SABC News, Pretoria.